What up, Dokkanners? This video was actually not something that I was planning on making. I was going to be making my final video for 2022 on the New Year's celebration for 2023 that's going to be dropping at Reset most likely. But because of a video that I saw out there today, I figured, you know what, this is actually kind of a good idea. So all credit goes to Mr. Baby, Senor Baby. I'm going to link his video in the description or in the pinned comment. You guys can go check him out and see his video on this very subject. We're going to be doing an end of the year box showcase. This is actually a smart idea because not only does it allow me to share my account with you guys, but it also gives me a record on my channel of what my account looked like at the end of this year. So that way next year, when I do the same thing, I can also reflect back at how it was this year. So that'll be actually a fun thing. Plus, you guys can do the same thing. You can write down your own stats in the comments and use this sort of a time capsule. That way, next year, we can come back and reflect on how our accounts have changed over the year. So that's why we're going to be doing this. I'm terrible at box showcases, as you guys know. Every single time I do one, I feel like they get a little bit better and more comprehensive, but I'm still always forgetting something. So if this video also ends up missing something, feel free to let me know. I will maybe add it in the pinned comment or something like that. But that being said, let's dive in and take a look. In terms of power level, this is my power level, 6.25 million. Obviously, I am a link leveling fiend, but I will say that I have since stopped link leveling nearly as much. What's crazy is actually at the start of this year in 2022, when we first got the version Z update for the auto mode, I went on just an absolute tear when it came to link leveling. Before that, I hated it. I only link leveled one team to the max. After that, I stopped caring about link leveling because I think it's stupid. I think it's pointless. Well, it's not pointless. I think it's stupid and tedious having to sit there and manually do it. But then when they gave us the auto mode feature, I said, okay, now I can do it because I don't have to sit there and do it myself. Ever since then, I have become known for link leveling my characters. But just, I want you guys to know, because I think this channel has grown by about double since 2022, which is incredible. So shout out to everyone supporting the channel. Thank you so much. So for all of you who are new to the channel, who only joined this year, I hated link leveling, and this year was completely different. But now that I've pretty much finished my cycle of link leveling, I'm actually not going to be as insane about it because I don't find that there's as much of a need. Now that I've fully link leveled every viable character out there, and I'm constantly keeping it updated with all the new TORs and the units that we receive, I personally and I mentally don't see a need to keep doing it at this rate. Initially, I was doing it so that anytime I want to put a team together of any sort, I can do it because all of these characters are maxed out. But for the characters like the SSR copies or the SRs out there, I personally just can't bring myself to actually find a reason to do this other than simply boosting up my power level. For me, it was never about having a high power level. For me, it was always about having every unit max link level. And now that I've done that, I don't really feel the same sort of motivation. Occasionally it comes back and I go crazy for like a couple days, then I stop. I just don't care about it. So from now on, for those of you who are actually in competition with me, you will probably pass me if you continue to pursue that. I don't personally care about the power leveling. It's just about having everybody maxed out. If they do drop some sort of an update in the future where it actually does matter, then I will, no holds barred, I will go crazy again. But until then, I don't care. It just doesn't mean anything to me. So we've got for the link levels at max level, 5,774. This is the true metric that shows how insane you are. 5,774 links at level 10. That means that just based on this, my hardcore power level is at 5.77 million, which is crazy. So that's how much the links are valued. Everything else is sort of secondary. Hidden potential nodes, that's a lot because I put a lot of orbs into my units. I play a lot of World Tournament, so I have a lot of those. Stages cleared, quest mode. Dokkan Awakening characters, obviously I play a lot. I have a lot of characters maxed out, but I also have characters that are pre-awakened for future SA5 EZAs. So for example, units like this, God Goku, he has no EZA as of yet on Global or JP, but eventually he will get one. So that's why I have his SA pre-farmed, SA5, easy or TUR and ready to go. So whenever these guys get their EZAs, my power level will actually slowly decline whenever I do that. And I'm going to continue to do that for every single character. Every single character that is going to be getting an EZA, I'm going to be maxing them all out, which is why this Tora is also done. Like everything I can to get them done, I'll do it. So that's part of the reason why my box is actually a little bit bigger than normal. It's usually around like, it used to be around like 1,200, 1,100. But because I've adopted this new policy of SA5 pre-farms, and I'm also saving every single SSR out there, like I'm trying to get SSR rainbows for the God Goku, even though he's totally useless, I'll never use him. I still wanted to have him done. That's why my count looks like it's 1,600 out of 2,500. That's a lot. Before it was a lot less, but that's kind of the new philosophy that I've adopted ever since. Actually, I think it's ever since I did a collab with D Simons. Before I met D. Simons, I never really cared about keeping extra copies of every single character. I would only do that for characters that I cared about. Like, for example, Royal Blue Vegeta. Y'all know I love me some Royal Blue. So his TUR and his SSR, I had rainbowed, and I had all the extra copies saved because I love the character. I would also do this for LR characters. For example, AGL Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. His LR is rainbowed. It's been rainbowed for years. Then his TUR is also rainbowed right there. And even his SSR is also rainbowed. Why? Because I can't bring myself to actually Baba an LR character. It feels so wrong to me to get rid of a legendary rare. So I've had this policy, but only for very select characters. But then ever since I met D. Simons, shout out to D. Simons. He is a fantastic Dokkan creator himself. He showed me, or he told me, that he saves every single SSR that he ever pulls. Every single one. And I'm thinking, how much box space, how much organization must that require? I don't know if he's as organized as me. I would assume that he is, but the amount of discipline to actually keep all that definitely pays off when you consider events like chain battle. When you consider link leveling, you have more units to link level. Those types of things will also boost your account. The chain battle especially is part of the reason why I now save all of these extra copies, because in chain battle, if you don't have the right support line featuring every iteration of a character, you're not going to be getting nearly as many emblems of cooperation. If you don't get enough emblems of cooperation, you won't get enough of these skill orbs that you would need to boost your characters. You need emblems of cooperation to summon for these skill orb banners or treasure chests, right? So that's why chain battle does have consequence in Dokkan. So because of that, I want to be among the best chain battle players, which is why I have been getting as many copies of every single character as I possibly can, because I want it. I want it. So that's why my account is pretty stacked now. I've got SSRs rainbowed. I've got random characters that I would never use rainbowed. I am just an insane fiend now. So that's why this guy's here. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta's here. He sucks. He's never going to be used, but I want him. I need to have him. So now let's look through my tags. What are my tags looking like? So my first tag, Prime Battlers. This is actually a dead tag now because ever since a recent version Z update, you no longer have to worry about this. I had to manually tag every character that was viable for a Prime Battle event, meaning characters that are free to play that are obtainable from a story event. So free to play characters like this guy, or even Dokkan event drop characters, they are also Prime Battle characters. But before, we didn't have that option. So what I would have to do is I would have to sift through the full box to find them. Instead, I could just have a tag for it and make it easier on myself. So that is why this was here. I no longer need this because they've added the version Z update, so I should actually get rid of it. I got to replace this with something else. I don't quite know what yet. And the next one is free to play. This one I like to have because every single free to play character that I possibly get will be tagged into this little bracket. I like this because it shows me all the different options that I have to assemble free to play teams for free to play runs. This follows the J Fanta school of free to play. So everything that he deems free to play, I do as well, except for red stone characters, Dragonstone 17, whatever they're called. Those extra stones that we get, where certain characters that are normally summonable are obtained through free-to-play means, I don't value those as free-to-play. The reason for that is simply because my account is not dedicated free-to-play. If my account was a dedicated free-to-play, then I could catalog those characters as also free-to-play because they were handed to me. But because I can't possibly keep track of them, you know, depending on how many of those redstones have been handed out, let's just say, for example, I wanted one unit and I got a rainbow of that one unit strictly from those free-to-play handouts, some people might not value that as free to play. They might think it's summonable. So to avoid confusion, I don't have any of those units here, but I have all regular free to play and World Tournament ticket characters all involved in here. So I've got 460 and counting. I very much love free to play. Most of these units are rainbow. Those who are not are either limited units that you get from World Tournament or they are SSR duplicates of other characters. Like, for example, this guy from the World Tournament, I have not been able to pull more than one copy, so he's at 55%. This Super Trunks is the SSR duplicate of my Rainbow TUR Super Trunks, for whom I have now been starting to save because I want to have every single iteration of every single character. So that is my free-to-play tag. Next is EZAs. This just simply lists all of the EZAs from past, present, and future. When I say future, I mean units that have yet to receive EZAs on Global but have been given them on JP. Kid Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, so on and so forth. It's just a nice little list to see. Also, it helps for things like my 20 questions series. Anytime I'm doing that with someone, if I've got tags like this, it helps me sift through my characters. 100%, very easy to see. This is just all the units that are rainbowed. So I've got almost 900 of them fully rainbowed. And like I said before, My free-to-plays, a lot of them are rainbowed as well. I would say like maybe 60% of these guys are free-to-play or a rainbow. So 60%, a little bit over half. So maybe like 300 characters are rainbow. So subtract 300 from this, we're looking at 593 units that are summonable and are rainbow. So about 600 characters, which is still pretty crazy. And obviously it shows that I'm a whale. So this is my rainbow section. Oh, in terms of the ordering, in terms of typing, I have my account ordered as follows. Let me actually pull up the LRs. AGL first, tech, int, str, and physical. Why? This is literally just how the game gave it to me when I started out the game. The preset organization things that they had in game, where the AGL was at the top, the rainbows were among the top of that type, I kept it all the same and I got used to it. So that's why I am so particular about having everything organized a certain way, because this is how it was when I started out the game. Rainbows at the top, AGL, then tech, then STR, or then int, STR, and physical. If I change that now, I'm going to lose my mind, which is why whenever I would do 20 questions with Havohai, he would drive me insane because he would purposely make me change my ordering, and I hated him for it. I hated that. Hated that. So that's now... Oh yeah, LRs. How many LRs do I have? I have 109 LRs. I have every single LR you could possibly get on global. Not all of them are rainbowed, by the way. 109 of these are in my box, but only, where's my LR section? 100%. 98 of them are rainbows. So I'm missing 11 rainbows, which is kind of shocking. I am a bad whale, very bad whale. So a lot of these are definitely the Battlefield LRs, because these guys, you can't possibly get them all rainbowed and not have enough currency. Like you're going to be totally broke. Let's see, what is after that? After 100%, chain battle, pretty obvious. Whenever we get the next chain battle, I organize this with the next 20 units that are viable. This is a new thing that I've started doing. It's very useful, very convenient. I don't have to sift through the account when I'm actually making my video. I can simply just upload these onto my support line, making it easier for myself and you guys. So that will obviously be changed for the next chain battle that is coming up in a couple of days. And then finally, 200% leaders. This is the final one, because after that it's max links. But 200%, this was inspired by Mass Ningen. He did this, so I'm copying him. This just shows the ever-growing list of 200% leads. No other way to sift through them to find that. There's no option in your filtration system here. You can't do it, so might as well do it yourself, which is why I've got them. We've got 18 in total. I don't think I'm missing anything. If I am, let me know. But 18 200% leads, and a couple of them are not rainbowed. I'm actually kind of sad. 1, 2, 3... 3 non-rainbow 200% leads. Shame on me. And then finally, max links. I've got 830 max linked characters. Yeah, it's not the level of truth. I just don't care. I don't care about maxing out every single character in this game. I already did the ones that I care about, all the TORs and the LRs. I'm good. I'm happy. So if this takes like 2 years to reach 1,000, that's totally fine by me. I don't really care. And then Team X. Actually, we could look at this. These are all my Kais, all my extra resources. This used to be a whole lot crazier, but I've recently made it a point to not let them sit back here and collect dust. I have been very good and very disciplined about Dokkaning responsibly, as you all should be. But when you Dokkan as responsibly as I do, you are allowed to use some of the goodwill that you've earned to do some of these things for free. So, you know, if I want to burn another 300 Kais, I should very well be able to. I actually had about 600 of these maybe like 2 months ago. I've been purposely using them. I had about 400 sleeping Kais. I used all of those. And the Hercule statues, I can never ever finish these. I just have too much money. But all of these have been backed up here because I just do so much in Dokkan, and I Dokkan so responsibly that I've just got so much here, so I'm trying to use it. I don't know if you guys do the same thing. If you Dokkan responsibly like 9 out of the 12 months in the year, for those 3 months, go ham, go crazy. Why not? So that is my box. I think that covers pretty much everything here. What else we could also talk about is maybe my trade jewels, the treasure jewels. So let's actually take a look at all of these. So the ones that are like empty, these are just like the seasonal free-to-play currencies. We don't have these all the time. Whenever they're around, I will farm up enough to buy Kais. That's what I care about. So chocolate, pacifiers, chocolate, kachin, all these things are for Kais, so ignore those. The real only things that we care about, blue incredible gems, 34,000 blue incredible gems. I've been farming 28.2 nonstop, so that's obviously why that we have that. For the battlefield memory, that is at 2 million. So 2 million and counting. I am saving up because, yeah, I would like to rainbow these units right here, but I can't because stupid Dokkan refuses to give us more battlefield memory with each subsequent battlefield. But they keep upping the price of all the characters that we get in the battlefield shop. So Dokkan, you suck for this. I hate that you do this, but we will never ever catch up. If you have been on top of the grind from day one, from the first battlefield, even you can't possibly keep up with this at the rate that they're constantly growing the amount of cost for these units. So yeah, this is why I will never have these rainbowed LRs. So I hate you, Dokkan, for that. Appreciate it. And 2 million. I need this for what? We've got the Metacooler EZA. We've got the Majub EZA, who is yet to drop. We have to get the Hachiak LR. All of those things, I will not be able to fund all of that with just simply 2 million. So I got to keep saving. After that, Supreme Kai Stones, nobody cares. The regular Incredible Gems, 2,844. Now, I have the ability to buy more things from here, but I don't need to because I've bought out everything. And that's why I've also never really gone back to get more of these Incredible Gems. Until I need more, I'm not going to use it. So that's sort of a dead currency for me for right now. But when we get 29.3 on global, folks, you can farm out your Incredible Gems very easily. 1933, that is the amount of Carnival coins that I have. Yes, I am a whale. And actually, the Carnival coin shop is going away, but not that it matters. You're never going to buy any of these with your Carnival coins. That would be a waste. Don't do it. 5,221 Dokkan Festival red coins. It's funny because recently I did spend a bunch of these, but then after my recent summoning spree, I'm now back to 5,000. So yeah, I'm a whale. You know, that's it. Legendary summon coins, 625. I recently had about 2,000, spent 3 of them because I wanted to actually make some use out of them. Sort of the same philosophy that I had with the Kais. Let me use these coins because I'll never use them. Plus, the yellow coin shop has never come back, so people don't really have much opportunity to spend anyway. But yeah, this is the list right now. I would advise waiting. For those of you who are interested in buying something, I would wait for the AGL Golden Frieza. Then we've got the blue coins. This is pretty much a dead currency at this point. Support units, 50% support units. Yeah, they're cool, but they're also irrelevant unless they get an ECA. And the Dragon Ball Heroes characters only show up once a year, so this currency is kind of useless. And that is pretty much it. And then I've also got these for an upcoming Kai video. So that is a look at my account. I don't think there's anything else that I need to cover. You guys pretty much know how my account is now. Why do I have missions yet to be claimed? This is just my OCD. I'm very weird. Please don't hate me, but I like redeeming all of my missions at the same time. And I've got these to finish up. So yeah, it's going to be a little while. I'm sorry. This is a habit that I developed ever since Destiny 1. So if you want to hate anything, hate Destiny. So that's going to be it, guys. That is a look at my box. Hopefully you guys got to enjoy. And this is going to be a very interesting thing to look at back when we end 2023. But in the meantime, Happy New Year, everybody. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments what your account looks like. What is your account power level? How many links do you have? What are some tags that you enjoy using? What are some other things that are interesting about your account? What are some little habits that you've had ever since you started playing? Just let me know. Summarize your account in a few short lines in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know when to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly. Happy holidays, everybody.